back together and back to their favorite game, Dungeons and Dragons. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. The Dungeon Derailed.
We're playing
we're playing Warhammer
Space
40K
Engineers
over the internet.
We're playing High School Musical, the role-playing game. Strap in, motherfuckers.
Just drown me in the pool.
All of those sound like really great options, and I want to play all of them.
Those Space Engineers gets boring really fast.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You go, oh hey, I want to build a spaceship. Then you realize you literally have to build every part of the spaceship, and it goes.
By the 40th session, you're just finishing the frame.
Yeah,
But
you
you're
finish
doing
the
that-
frame, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna slap on a huge turbo booster and put a cockpit on it.
Yeah, you said cock.
Yeah.
People at like Jet Propulsion Laboratories are ever like, fuck it, I'm tired of this. I just want to put a big fucking rocket on it.
Probably.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Like
Alright.
instead of designing like this multitude of tiny thrusters, they're just like, let's just load it down with as much explosive material as possible and see what happens.
That's how I play Kerbal Space Program, and it never goes wrong.
I bet I could not talk for like 10 minutes about doing the podcast, and none of you would notice.
No, we wouldn't.
At least you're honest with yourself.
So,
Welcome
Jesse,
to the
you do
jungle.
it. You started off.
Alright.
And there's Jackson's Capri Sun.
Well, it's all gone
Oh,
now. so-
I thought that was the worst nose laugh I've ever heard in my life.
That's what I thought too, and I was like, what? Okay, wait, what do you want me to say? I'm sorry.
Just
Yeah,
welcome
DM,
people
figure it out. You
to the
tell
second
us.
arc of Dungeon Derailed.
Alright.
Title pending.
Welcome to the title pending second arc.
Don't get nervous just because you're breaking your DM cherry over the internet in front of all 5 listeners, 4 of which are us.
The joke's going to be really funny in 5 years when we do finally hit 5 listeners.
I have hopes that we can do it in 4 years.
I'm sure we could pick up Rolando pretty soon.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to the second arc of the Dungeons Derailed podcast.
Arc implies that it's connected to the first one.
Look, man, we are Noah here, all right?
Yeah.
2 by 2. Let's file onto this bitch.
And I'm the fucking flood. I'm gonna take us down.
Yep. No, you're like the leak that's in the side of the arc.
Yeah. So unlike
There's a leak in the boat.
There's a leak in the boat. Hey, someone got that reference.
Anyway,
Hey, I set it up.
last week, the DEM reins are going to be wielded by none other than Jesse here.
hey, that's me.
His first time dungeon mastering. Should be pretty
Super
good.
confident.
Yeah, I forgot to look up where we got this the D&D adventure that we're doing.
It's off of Reddit.
Hold on.
Well, everything's off of Reddit somewhere.
Homebrewy, naturalcrit.com.
Oh, do we have to do that for legal reasons?
No, I just wanted to give him a shout out, man.
No, but we
Okay.
do have to mention that Phil
well-
Swift told us to sell flex tape for legal reasons.
Yeah, you're right. We do have to do
I'd
that.
also like to shout out our sponsor, My Ass.
We're going to get to
Can't
all the
forget about
sponsors.
Coming back again, huh? Wow.
We're going to get all the
Yeah.
sponsors in. Don't worry, guys.
That's amazing.
Schedule.
They haven't
Commercial
left
breaks.
us. Even though this is the first episode, they haven't left us.
Yeah, so shout outs to Reddit user Wyken. It's W-Y Ken. Maybe that's his initials.
Kim?
Maybe his last name is Ken.
Kim?
And his full name is William Yellow Ken.
Like porn star?
Okay, we're trying to...
What? Sorry, that one went over my head.
Don't worry
So,
about
yeah. Shout outs to William Yellow Ken for making this adventure and this series of adventures of World of Warcraft Dungeons ported over for D&D 5th edition. Really cool, very awesome.
Thank
and
you
Jet,
for your nerdy efforts and combining two incredibly nerdy passions into one.
just maximum applause.
Having more heart in both passions than we've ever had.
Yep. A+, William Yellowkin. And so we're going to be playing which dungeon today, Jesse?
it. So on deck, I got lined up Shadowfang Keep for today. Pretty simple, pretty old school dungeon.
Yee.
I
Werewolves?
We should note that this is the post-Kata version of the dungeon. It's not the pre-Kata version. So there's that.
Really? I don't know what's different at all.
I really don't remember which is which.
Look, pre-Kata had Worgen in it. Pharaoh Worgen, Argyle was the main boss, I believe. Post-Kata is a lot of undead, taken over by Lord Godfrey.
Oh.
I mean, I've done both.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just been so long since the first one, you know?
Right. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So where are we starting off?
Okay, so, hold on. All right. Interesting to note that I got bored one day while I was at work and decided that this is a World of Warcraft dungeon, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's not a World of Warcraft world. So I made it one key change to the WoW lore.
Okay.
Basically, way back when in Warcraft 3, if anyone ever played that, instead of Arthas being turned into the Lich King, it was actually Uther that got turned into the Lich King.
Whoa!
Yeah, so
Ooh.
as we continue on with this series later on, I'll divulge more into it later on, but basically, major key points that you have to know right now is that Uther is Lich King. Arthas actually takes on the role as Sylvanas, leading the Forsaken. He gets killed by Uther, resurrected, and then breaks off.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and then Sylvanas... What?
One note, one comment.
Yep.
Why not Warwalker Cho?
You know, I
Why
have
could
something
he not be
special.
the Lich King?
He's
I have
got big
something
plans.
special for him.
He's got big plans for Joe.
Don't you worry, all right?
Okay.
He's going to make
Okay.
an appearance. Not right now. Not in this.
Thank you.
Yep. Next one.
Yeah, okay. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just making sure that there's equal
Representation.
Yeah, I always got my panty boys in there. Anyway, and as a final note, Sylvanas is actually still alive, and she is basically like Ranger General of the Blood Elves, who are still part of the Horde.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So that's a little bit of the backstory. You guys want to introduce yourselves as characters, real quick?
Why don't we do the, like us walking up to the gates of this place? We'll do
Okay.
that scene as introductions.
That works.
Cool.
You want me to?
Are we doing it like a classic movie style where it's like sliding over and then our like title pops up like Dylan, the demolitions expert.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
runs
so
through, like your whole fucking rap sheet.
so you have to say what song is playing when your character gets their little splash art behind them, and then their name goes up on the screen. Yeah. So just say that, and then
Oh,
do it. Yeah.
hold on.
Wait. So we need song and splash art, or
No,
just
no.
imagining
Just a
the
song,
splash
yeah.
art?
Just song.
Okay.
Look, while y'all do that, I'm gonna give you the little scenery. Let's call it a scenery
Yeah.
of what
Describe the.
Because I have no idea what I'm looking at.
exactly.
Yeah, so interesting note. Me, Zach, and Jesse, avid Warcraft fans. Jackson never touched it in his life.
Really?
Yeah. No, ever. Never played.
So it should
So-
be
You've
good.
Well, let me guess. You played like RuneScape or some shit.
No.
Yes, I have played RuneScape.
Oh, you did? Oh, fuck, that's
my
right.
God.
I was trying to make you seem cooler, Jackson, damn it.
No, I
I knew
played
that,
classic RuneScape. All right.
I knew that the only thing that could have been possible is you were into something even more nerdy.
Yeah.
That was
Like
bad
World of
vocal
Warcraft was too popular for you to touch.
Here we go. So we're in a place called Trisfall Glades. Is that right? No, it's not.
Silver Pine.
Silver Pine Forest. That's it. Trisfall is the next one. Yeah. Silver Pine Forest is basically almost in the heart of where the Scourge started. It's kind of in the offskirts, but it's still very close to the epicenter of Lordaeron City. Shadowfang Keep itself sits on a small, I guess you can call it cluster of mountains. It's kind of embedded into a cliff itself. And by embedded, I mean it's on top of a cliff, and the only way to get to it is by a drawbridge that lowers down onto an adjacent cliff that leads down into the valley below. So the whole area is very dark, it's very spooky. The undead, led by Arthas, who leads the Forsaken, they kind of control the area, but at the same time, to the south was the ruins of Gilneas, which is where the Worgen used to live, or the people of Gilneas who turned into the Worgen. And so that's, I guess, a brief backstory of it. So,
And when we say Forsaken, we're talking about the undead that have been freed from their undead mind prison, basically.
right.
So they're ghouls.
They're zombies. They're zombies
can
that
think.
have free will. Yeah.
Yeah, so ghouls. That, like, except for ghouls don't lust for human flesh.
Ghouls prefer dead flesh, but ghouls are like they're not as mentally advanced as what I would say the undead are.
Yeah, imagine
When
just
I
a
say
human.
ghouls, I mean Fallout ghouls.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Just a rotting person.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the feral ones, though.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
That's the
I
Scourge,
understand.
is the feral ones.
Finally, we've made it to a game that I know nothing about.
What, Fallout?
It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
I know nothing about Fallout.
Brutal.
Well, let's continue quickly before I start.
So you guys are roll for initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, shit.
No, you guys are rolling up to this keep. Yeah, it's a keep. Walking
Literally
up this-
rolling up to it.
Yep, we're rolling.
We're wagon wheeling up there.
And cue your intro songs.
Yeah, so, Jackson, do you have a high charisma? I expect not.
High charisma?
Yeah.
Well, yes, because that's what I need for spellcasting.
Damn it, you're right. But I'm still... Am I the face of the group? Like, I have 16 charisma.
What is your
It's
charisma?
not me.
It's a 16?
I have an 18.
Okay, well,
You can still be it if you want.
yeah. I mean, you're a sorcerer, so... But,
Yeah,
okay.
so I obviously wouldn't be the guy everyone would want to talk to.
Well, anyway, okay.
As I was telling the guys before you showed up, Jackson, I have all the charisma of a burnt bag of popcorn.
Oh, that's what I walked into.
I went for the exact opposite character as the last one.
Nice.
Okay, so at the front of this group of 3 people is a goblin, about almost 3 feet tall. Almost.
Please tell me your intro song is "A Millie" by Lil Wayne.
I got this. Dark hair, slicked back with some Mountain Dew. Fuck, no, not Mountain Dew.
Oh, shit. No.
I meant,
Product placement.
like actual dew on grass. God damn it.
That just happened to be from a mountain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hair slicked back. A big ol' axe on his belt and a spear on his back with a crossbow in the quiver. And he walks up with a determined look, plants his foot on the last step before the drawbridge, and he holds his arm out to the left, and a kestrel flies down, lands on his arm, and Renegades of Funk starts to play.
Sorry, Googling kestrel.
It's a bird.
I knew. I needed to put a face to a little bird.
Yeah, it's a
That's a cute
small
little
little.
bird.
It's a pretty small bird of prey.
Yeah, okay.
And and this goblin, the name splays out on the screen: Willix S. Brewer Ranger Extraordinaire, and then another little small splash frame underneath the kestrel, and it says Craig.
Great.
Yes.
Oh boy. Alright, so me?
Yeah.
That's a lot to follow up on. I wasn't
All
expecting like describing the whole intro sequence.
So, after this happens, you see behind him, standing at an astonishingly tall 5'5", because it wouldn't let me make my elf any taller.
How dare they?
Weighing it at about 100 pounds, this thin stick of a dark elf with bright white wavy hair and fire red eyes step up next to him and hold his hand out, and as he holds it out, fire starts to fester. Just this flame appears, and as this happens, the song "On Fire" by Raw Servant starts playing, and his name appears, and it is Kuzo the Uncaring.
Nice title. And also, I just listened to the song.
You should have just gone with Uzo,
Yes.
so I would have just pictured you as like licorice liquor.
One note. You said you're a dark elf?
Dark elf, very
All right.
much.
I'm going to change that name to a night elf, if that's okay with you. Same premise, just different.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Cool.
works. That works for me.
Just purely for name reasons.
Yep, just to keep it in the lore.
And since he is a sorcerer, he's wearing a flowing dark cloak with the hood down to let his white hair flow.
Edgy.
Edgy. He's edgy as fuck.
Writing that down. Edgy AF.
I mean, I got that vibe.
Yes.
All right,
Zach.
where you at?
All right. So, towering over the two in front, especially the little goblin, my 6'5", 250-pound half-orc
Oh,
brandishing
Jesus.
his, wearing nothing but a bear pelt on his head, and it drapes over his back, and a loincloth.
Thank God.
Yes.
Brandishing his great axe, resting it casually on his shoulders, like it weighs nothing. And
I'm really.
a gigantic crossbow over the opposite shoulder with the name etched on it, called Magic Missile.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the name, and all of a sudden you hear this thumping bass line come in, and you realize that it's My Name is Mud by Primus.
Yes! And your name is Mud, right?
It should be. It's actually brackish.
God! Damn it! The name Brackish pops up, and Willix comes up on the screen, scratches it out, and writes Mud with 2 D's.
It's a very goblin thing to do, I'm not gonna lie.
So, as Kuzo has that flame in his hand next to me, I bop it away with my shield. Hey, you know I get nervous with that fire, okay?
Wow, that's pretty accurate, actually.
Okay, so you're going for like the Gazlo vibe.
Yeah. Easy.
Okay, right on.
Cool.
Well, if you're not careful, I might just burn you with that fire.
What the fuck, Kuzo? We've been friends for like 2 years. Why do you still say shit like that to me? Come on.
Because the fire within my soul cannot be quenched. I must regain my honor.
Okay.
And on that note, you see a
Okay,
worgen.
Morgan.
Oh my god.
Sorry, only a couple people get that.
I don't get it.
The demon sword. The demon sword.
Oh God, yeah.
Woo! Anyway. At that note, you guys see a worgen And again, for those who don't understand what a worgen is, it's basically a werewolf who has the power to think. Basically what the Forsaken is to the Scourge.
Think a werewolf, but they can change whenever they want.
Yeah.
And it's not like a monstrous sort of thing.
So they're like the companions in Skyrim.
Yes.
Got it.
Pretty much. I like that reference. Let's go with that. He looks at you guys and he's like, who the hell are you?
Well, I am Willix S. Brewer, Ranger Extraordinaire. You may have heard my name throughout some of the trading guilds of the world. Pretty awesome herbalist. You should smell some of my stuff. And these are my companions, Kuzo and Brackish, but I like to call him Mud. Don't ask why. You won't get it.
My name doesn't matter.
What the? Come. Hey. He turns around. He puts a hand on your shoulder. Well, really your elbow. That's as far as he can reach. He says, "Hey, big guy. You okay?"
You should just
There's
speak
no
as-
reason he needs to know my name.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. It's not an emo thing. It's just a weird thing. Okay. You, sir. What were you saying?
I guess you guys are the backup that we've been expecting. I'm... Where's my name? What is my name? I'm Ivar, Bloodfang. Yep, that's my name.
I'm glad you found it.
I command the Goneas force that's right here. We're looking to take over this fort, and we're called for backup, and I guess you guys are what we're getting, although I was not expecting a goblin, a giant orc-looking dude, and a night elf. It's kind of a weird group.
We're part of a...
Sorry, this is going to bother me. Is commanding the Gilneas forces or commanding the Gilnean forces?
It could work either way.
Okay, I'm just...
It'd be forces of Gilneas, the Gilneas forces, or...
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. It was just bothering me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, see, we're kind of entrepreneurs, sort of, free agents. We do it, you know? We don't care about politics that much.
I
Fine.
prefer the title contractor.
Oh, that's
Whatever.
good. That's good. I'm gonna write that down.
The money's just a bonus.
I don't care what you guys call yourselves. Just get up here.
Okay.
Point me to who I can kill.
All right, so you guys walk across
Hey,
this...
shut up. You know, what? You got a charisma score 18? I don't believe it.
You don't believe
I don't believe it.
Here, I'll
You gotta start spitting out the charisma like a cult leader. Like, if you're gonna be saying dark shit, make it inspirational.
On a side note, Zach, I feel like you should only say I am brackish throughout this whole thing.
I mean, I have to change my name to Mud now.
I am Mud.
No, I've already established. Your name is Brackish, but I call you Mud.
Anyway, you guys, the pack leader, as he introduced himself, although he forgot to say that he was a pack leader.
Yeah, he
He
made
leads
that
you
known.
guys. Yeah, he leads you guys across the bridge that leads into the keep. You guys go through this ruined gate, and inside the gate you can see that there's a bunch more worgen just kind of standing there looking ready. There's a few bodies of some ghouls lying around. They look like they've been torn into by these worgen. But up ahead you also see a giant portcullis, gate, if you will. It's closed, and it's emitting this like weird green oozy mist, and you kind of get this weird feeling that they haven't tried to go through it because it'll probably kill them if they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hit what you said, Ivan?
Yeah.
Ivar.
Ivar.
I hit Ivar.
That's his name. Sorry, I was referencing the fact that Jesse was like, "What's my name?"
Yeah.
I hit the shoulder of the guy who thinks his name is Ivar. And I point over to that. Hey, Ivar,
We
what's
know better, don't we?
what's going on there?
Who's Ivar? Oh, you mean me?
I look a little bewildered.
Um, sorry, that was so stupid.
See, they know that names don't matter.
Oh man, that was bad. Okay.
I loved it.
Yeah. He looks at you and he goes, "This gate is obviously we can't get through it, man." Like I don't know why he's kind of a hippie all of a sudden, but
So you said you're the commander, right? Like, you just said that, and you're
Pack
the
leader.
commander.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I know why they needed this.
So basically, I need you to find a different way in. All right. There's this door over here. It leads to the stables. And he takes kind of a gigantically deep sniff. He goes, "I can definitely smell him." And
Who?
He pauses so that you can say who, because he's that kind of person. He says, "I can smell Baron Ashbury. He smells different than the last time I met him, but that's probably because he's dead now. Basically, what I want you to do is go in there and kill him."
Ooh, murder.
Murder. Well, that's what we're here
My
for.
favorite.
Lots of murder. You don't call us blood-flame berserkers for nothing.
Right up my alley.
At the sound of a murder, Craig kind of flitters around on my arm a little bit. Actually, no, he's moved to the top of my head, which is funny because he's like half my height. So, yes.
So, yeah. Pack leader, he kind of motions towards the door that's to you guys' right. It's just a standard-looking door. Inside, you can kind of see the beginnings of a stable.
Okay. Would we know who this Baron he's referring to is?
You might. I would just go ahead and say yes. You guys do. So he was. You want me to provide you the backstory so that you guys know?
Just
Yes.
like what a common person would know about Ashbury, you said?
Yeah. So Ashbury, as well as the other two lords that are in here, were actually Gilnean nobles back in the day. They were very prominent nobles, especially Lord Godfrey. And then when the Worgen curse came about, they despised it and started, trying to kill off all the Worgens and basically purify the Gilnean people again. And then they were killed, resurrected by Sylvanas, and that's about all you guys know.
You
Not
mean
Sylvanas.
Arthas, right?
Arthas, yes.
Uther?
Sorry.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Wait.
Yep.
Uther?
Arthas.
Arthas.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Arthas is the Banshee Queen now.
Yes. He's fabulous.
I literally just pictured Arthas in like full Sylvanas attire, and like doing like the scene from that cut scene in Battle for Azeroth where she's like in the chair like, "Hello, little lion," just in the Arthas voice.
So
"Hello,
perfect.
little lion."
That cutscene pissed me off.
Why? It was great.
Oh, because they just trapped Sylvanas and then just let her go. It's like, why didn't you go in there swinging? Anyway.
I am
You're
clueless.
just an Alliance fanboy.
I am.
Oh no, we can't talk about this.
Mm-mm.
Super derailed.
You know what? I wish I could say my reflexes were too quick and nothing would go over my head, but it just has.
Nah. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you into a volcano.
Ugh. Alright,
No.
we're going down the hallway.
All right, you guys go down the hallway. So
Tell me if there's a wooden door.
Wait.
I insist on leading the way.
Absolutely.
all right, big guy leading the way.
And then I'm in the back.
I gladly stand behind the 6'5" meat shield.
And I'm actually, I'm looking forward, but Craig is backwards on my head now, watching behind us.
Nice. Watching the Worgen. Just
Is
kind of
Craig
wave.
Canadian by chance?
Probably.
Okay, just checking.
So you guys enter a small room. I don't know, it's probably 15 feet long. You can see like where they would keep the hay for all of the creatures, the horses and stuff that would be stabled in here. There's a stairway at the end of this room that leads up into a second level that you can see the beginnings of to your left. So go ahead and roll me a perception check, each of you.
All right, I have dark
First
vision.
off, I'd like to point out that because of my barbarian archetype, I have something called danger sense, which lets me sense when things aren't as they should be in my surroundings.
Okay.
I think it's more of a something's off as opposed to I know exactly what's wrong. But I did just roll a d20 on like a natural 20 on my perception check.
Oh, beat me. I had a 2.
And
You're welcome.
Oh, I'll roll.
Yeah.
He got a 20, so I just figured.
I figured we were good here.
I got a 15 plus 5, 20.
Cool. Jackson, you notice that there's some stairs, and that's pretty much it.
Stairs. I hate them.
Zach and Dylan, you guys can kind of start to hear some rustlings coming from this second level that's above you, to your left. You can't quite make out any voices, but they all sound very muffled and very gurgly.
Like Gerblins?
Like what?
You speak Gerblin, Dylan.
I do.
I speak Orcish.
Willix also speaks Goblin, but Dylan does too.
Kuzo understands Orcish.
So we can't understand enough to know what is speaking? Just something
Right.
is? Okay.
Right.
And that's coming from up the stairs?
Up the stairs and above you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I say in hushed tones, "Hey, you guys want me to go get a look-see?
You sure they won't spy you?
Don't worry, I'll roll a stealth check. I'll roll real good.
Go do it. Just don't lose your head.
Like, if it fell off or something, I don't... Shut up, Kuzo." And then I start making my way up the stairs.
You've got all this charisma and you don't know how to use it.
Craig hops off and just like stands on something on the wall, just looking as I sneak up. Want me to roll a stealth check?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
If you don't mind, would you kindly?
It's a 13.
13.
Is that a Bioshock reference?
Yes.
Very much.
I love
Okay.
that game.
Bioshock sauce.
It is.
Welcome
Anyway.
to the Game Reference Show where we reference games periodically for an hour.
Alright, so you're fine. You make your way up these stairs, and I guess you peek your head around the corner.
Yeah.
Yep. So you see these. Are you okay, Jackson? Are you dying?
It's okay. I'm fine.
He lives.
You're interrupting my monologue.
You can replace Jackson.
Thanks.
Anyway, you see these three creatures, and your characters know what they are. Zach, you and Dylan know what these guys are. Jackson, I don't know if you're going to know what they are. So quick description of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, Willix, you recognize it instantly. Each of these three creatures instantly as being Geist. And what these are very... you can almost call them scrawny, I guess, looking undead. It's very obvious that the way they died when they were living was that they were executed by hanging. So they have a hood over their head, as well as what remains of a noose around their neck. Hence the reason for the muffled mumbles and everything like that.
Geists are a little closer to what to like what ghouls are in traditional mythology.
I never knew that is why they were called Geists, or why they look like that.
Yep.
Sweet.
Really? One of my biggest complaints was always that they all of them died by hanging. Every single one of them. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like
It's pretty...
That's convenient.
My complaint was always, how did they end up in Northrend, you know? But anyway.
Wasn't there like some like legit ass rogue armor that had like a Geist hood?
Yep, still have it.
That I loved that gear. Everyone else was like meh on it. I loved it.
So what's in the?
Sorry, derailed us again.
No, sorry.
What's in the hallway besides them?
Right. So the stairway, and again, you can see the your other two party members down below because I mean it's basically almost like a balcony format.
Mm-hmm.
You could see into the little pre-stable room, but in the room that you're looking into, it's full-fledged stable. So there are stalls where the horses would be kept. There's kind of like the ruins of this entryway into the main courtyard where the portcullis, the gate that was closed and oozing this green mist, that's where that would lead to, but it's covered in debris, so you can't get through it. At the end of this stables is another set of stairs that leads up, kind of like over where that the gate would be.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look down to my partners, and I'm gonna hold up 3. How do I sign bad guys? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna hold up a 3, and then mime hanging myself, just and like look at them, and then I motion for them to like hide in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I ignore those directions and walk up and walk into the hallway.
Fucking
Just right out there in the middle of the open.
Yeah.
mud, no. Oh shit, Craig, come on.
Okay, well, they see you. You're there.
Fucking shit.
How far off are they?
Solid 20, 30 feet from you.
I run to the closest one. I'm swinging at it.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you that.
I can make 2 attacks on my turn. So the first one, 18. Does that hit?
Yeah. Yeah.
D12 plus 5.
Oh, Christ.
17.
Oh, you're more devastating than BJ. Damn.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Hold on. Let me grab a pen.
And as Mud is just chopping him up, I'm just standing behind him, just with my arms out, like,
I've made my way to the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Okay, so the hit connects and everything like that. Hey, can we pause real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Just for a second? Okay, you guys, look, this is a commercial break, first one. I'll come right back, I promise.
Is he going to pee? He told us to vamp. If he needed us to vamp, he should have just said so.
All right.
Don't just give us that. Oh, here's a commercial break from our not commercials.
What about my ass?
Commercial break where I leave the other guys to figure. I'm not going to go on a whole spiel about my ass. Everyone knows what it is.
I don't know why. I knew you were gonna say it, but I still found it hilarious.
See, you like my ass.
I do. It's a great product.
wow.
My ass is fantastic.
I have one with me at all times.
I do as well.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. You're right. I got a knockoff. It's your ass. That's the knockoff brand I got.
Oh, it's called my ass. Oh, I see what you're saying. Good job.
Yeah, you see.
All right, sorry about that. I had to open the front door, and then I had to piss like a racehorse because that red's went right through me.
Got him.
Yep.
Zach called
a
it.
horse piss more than a regular horse.
Because they drink more water.
No, because they prevent them from peeing so that they run faster in the races.
I had a feeling there was a reason why that was the saying, not just I had to piss like a horse.
Yeah.
So I'm happy you actually knew the answer, Jesse.
Yep.
Thank you.
I can say from experience, the horses piss a lot.
This sounds like a traumatic experience, and you should talk to your therapist about it, not us.
No, I have horses, and they have a lot of urine inside of them.
Okay. Back to it. So
I hit this motherfucker for 17.
yeah, you 17. I thought it was Yeah, it is 17. You're right. Sorry, wrote the wrong one.
I got pretty lucky on the damage roll.
Yeah, no, you hit the fuck out of this dude, okay? And, like, you catch him off guard, so he noticed you, but he wasn't expecting this beat down to coming at him, right? So he gets knocked sideways, but, I mean, he's still kicking. I mean, he's dead, so he can take a lot. And on that one, I guess we're going to roll for initiative real quick.
All right.
I have a second attack to make.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I did not expect that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, level 5 is actually when you get extra attack.
That's right.
Thank
Okay.
God. That, like, my character would be shit without that.
Go ahead.
Alright, let's see. Alright, I rolled 11 plus 8 to hit, so 19.
Yeah, I think you hit.
I'm sorry, Zach. Do you have a 20 strength? I rolled a 16, and I was like, that's too high, and I lowered it.
No, I rolled a 20 on that, and everything else is like meh, except my constitution, which is pretty decent. But
Yeah,
I also,
good
like, my race also buffs both strength and constitution by 2 points. Alright, so for damage, 9 plus 5, 14.
All right. Well, the second hit, you get him, and you pretty much just chop his head off. He's dead. Out of the blue, the other two are like, holy shit.
Willix from behind. Looks like he was executed twice. And then he pulls his crossbow out.
Yep.
It was okay. It wasn't that good.
Shut up, Mud.
Roll for initiative.
I enjoyed it. I have an 18 initiative.
I have
I rolled a
17.
natural 20. It's going to be one of those kind of nights, boys.
Yes, it will be.
Jackson, what'd you get?
At 18.
And Dylan?
17?
All right. Up first is Zach. Or, I'm sorry, Kuzo. No, that's not
No,
you mean
Brackish.
Mud.
Brackish.
Mud.
Brackish.
Mud.
Mud. Brackish.
How close is the next one?
5 feet. They were
5
all
feet?
clustered together within 5 feet of each other.
Let me at the next one.
Okay, go ahead.
18 to hit.
Yep.
11 plus 5, 16 damage.
Okay. Second attack.
13 plus 8, 21.
Yep, you got it.
11 damage.
All right, that one's dead too.
Alright, I'm good.
Well, I guess
Oh.
it's my turn.
Let's recount real quick.
I got 2 guys. We're keeping score on this one.
Willix,
Legolas and Gimli.
the goblin, walks up there and was just like, "Hey, there's 3 bad guys," and then Mud just kind of comes up here and just obliterates 2 of them.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Willix says in hushed tones, I have a plan. Hide right there. And in the face of all of that, Mud decides, nope, my time. Boom, boom.
4 swings and 2 are dead.
Ugh.
I just wanna say I'm just playing into like the character that I built, like the character.
I know.
traits.
I'm not calling you out, man.
I don't want you to think I'm being an asshole.
No, dude, you're not. I'm like, that's awesome in my opinion. Like,
No, it's great.
I was kind of worried going into this.
Yeah,
but
it's
now I'm
fantastic. It's fantastic.
not. All right, up next is the other guys.
Maybe we'll go with your plan next time.
This is Kuzo next.
No, the
No.
other guys. Or,
The
Or is
Yeah.
it them?
the sole remaining Geist is up next.
The only one.
I don't know if Geist can actually shit their pants, but if they could, this one would probably do it right now.
He
Well,
double
when you
shat
die,
it.
you relieve your bowels, and they probably didn't change their pants upon rising.
Yeah, so he's got soil.
Probably already.
Uh,
Did you pick up prestidigitation, Jackson?
I did not, because it does not fit
Okay.
within my character's.
Just making sure, because if you made me soil my pants, I was going to chop your head off.
You
wow.
wouldn't know, though. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know that my pants were soiled.
No, you
I'm sorry,
wouldn't
my
know it was
loincloth?
me. You wouldn't
Yeah,
know it
your
was me.
loincloth. We would all know
Yeah.
if you soiled yourself,
You
Zach.
would all know. It would go straight through. No, when I get to attack, you'll find out very quickly what kind of spells I picked up.
I would just like to say that my loincloth is very modest. It's not one of those short little ones. It's got, it's kind of like the front of a tunic style, like the long loincloths.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so this sole remaining Geist was just like, and he decides to take a swing at you, Zach. So here we go. All right.
Alright, you need to know my armor class?
AC.
Yeah, I rolled 19, so all right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he kind of takes a leap at you, which is a little unexpected, but also kind of expected because you're used to Geist, you're used to how quick they are. But he takes a leap at you and just rakes his claws on you across your chest, and you take 6 damage. It was pretty weak compared to your attacks.
Talk about.
I mean,
So is he now just on top of Mud?
No, so he when he leapt up at him and slashed at him, he kind of recoiled and did this fancy ass backflip and landed.
Gotcha.
backwards.
On his decaying knees.
Dude, you'd be surprised what they can do on decaying knees. That sounds real dirty. Holy crap. Anyway.
Kuzo.
Jackson, you're up. Yep,
So
Kuzo.
me, Kuzo? Alright, Kuzo looks at this dead man with disgust.
every time
He
I hear your name,
casts-
I think of either Uzo or Kuzco from Emperor's New Groove.
I
It's
think
not
Kuzco.
Kuzco.
I'm literally just picturing you as Llama Kuzco in like this dark robe.
It's a lot funnier than the character I'm actually based off of.
It is.
That is so much funnier, but I shoot a firebolt at him. So it's an 8 with +7 bonus. So I rolled a 1.
Nice.
I
You
got-
know-
Isn't a natural one just an automatic failure, even
Yeah,
with modifiers?
Yeah.
Jesse, how do you want to
Great.
handle
Great.
critical misses?
Oh.
If you hit me in the back with that, I'm shooting you with my crossbow.
Yes!
I'm not gonna lie, that was where my first thought was going.
Yes!
So,
Catch the building on fire or something.
oh,
Yeah, now this is a time dungeon.
Yeah. I can't do that. Okay, anyway, so critical miss.
He misses.
You, for some reason, you decide to pull up at the last second, or pull wide. And so the fireball goes past the Geist as well as past Brackish or Mud, and lights one of the stalls on fire because, some hay right there. So now they have this raging fire going. Mm-hmm. You did that.
Do the
Oh, God.
calculated.
Wait, I'm sorry, I zoned out.
What a thrilling conclusion! Do I have to say the thing about Blizzard and World of Warcraft is the property of Blizzard Entertainment? Do I have to say that? I don't know what I'm doing, so I just want to be sure that I'm doing it right. Wow, these off-the-cuff outros are the best, aren't they? Our intro music was provided by the talented Adam Zapp. You can find more of his work at soundcloud.com/AdamZapp. And please be sure to follow us on Twitter because that is where you are going to get all of our updates. My cats are fighting. Do we get off of Linda?
I also have a starting topic for us tonight.
To what? Derail off of for like 20 minutes?
Yeah, this could be what we derail off of.
Who would win in a fight? The Predator or Kevin from Home Alone?
How much prep time does Kevin get?
The answer is Batman.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but the answer is Batman.
The funny thing about that is I was just gonna ask, well then, if Kevin could beat the Predator, could he beat Batman?
No, because the Predator also can't beat Batman.
Yeah.
Has this been proven? Has there
Look inside your mind.
I've already proven it.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, as you should. I'm a very trustworthy person.
Absolutely. Okay.
That
Say it with some
perspective comes
conviction,
very home.
Dylan.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm waiting to see what Dapper's typing. He's been typing for like 5 minutes. There it is. For 2 sentences.
Toys R Us. Yes, Toys R Us. Then Kevin has the advantage.
Kevin always has the advantage.
Bet he does. I mean, even when he's in New York, it shouldn't have had any advantage
York.
whatsoever. You know.